morning. We're here at Google SMG. I'm joined by Blackborn, President of Emerging Markets at Stockholm Media Group. Matt, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for asking me at short notice.
Very short notice. So, we've had quite a few presentations this morning. Any particular themes you feel are really coming through that are resonating with you within your role?
Well, I was particularly impressed with simplifying the world to all about connectedness. I think it's often we overcomplicate everything, so I think we managed to distill down what's really happening for consumers, impacts on brands and advertisers, and how to start navigating that world in a meaningful way. So yeah, it was nice to come and hear something that was made straightforward enough for me to understand.
That's always good. And within emerging markets, what key themes are playing out there that sort of are coming across here?
Well, it's always good for me when some of the best global work comes from an emerging market. So obviously the work for Olay that we showed highlights the fact that the same issues that we have to tackle in somewhere like the UK, we're facing everywhere in the world, and we're tackling the same challenges, albeit with slightly different local nuances. So, we're probably in an environment where connectivity through mobile devices are probably even more important in emerging markets than they are in the UK and Western Europe. So we have to make sure we understand that and act on it very quickly, because if we don't, we're going to miss a big opportunity with consumers.
And I think our human experience positioning just shows its strength through the fact that it can operate in dynamic markets, emerging markets. It's all about having that consumer understanding and then playing out from that with your ideas and how you execute them. Are you finding that a particular
Absolutely.
strength?
I mean, the human experience positioning is always was going to be global, and in reality for us in emerging markets, the ability to build experiences is sometimes easier. There's quite often less regulation, maybe not in the Saudi example, but in an environment where you can do more with partners, you can be more creative in the way that you tackle consumer problems. So building experiences sometimes is easier in emerging markets and elsewhere, and I think we've got the evidence to show that.
And with that, I suppose Laura's been talking about this and it's come out today, living life in beta testing must also in some ways be easier with some emerging markets as you've got more opportunity to challenge yourself and test and learn, or are those still difficult?
Definitely, and I think it translates slightly differently sometimes. The in beta is often people trying to make sure that they're adopting things that have worked elsewhere. So you're constantly trying to learn from other places, as well as inventing what should be happening in your own market locally. So we have a kind of dual dynamic. Everybody expects us to be importing great capability from outside of the emerging markets, but if you're in an emerging market, everybody's trying to do it themselves as well. So definitely.
So exciting times. And just one last one. We're always talking one of our themes about what's next after what's next. So where do you see emerging markets moving forward?
I think that we have to look at emerging markets in a converging world, and it's not a new theme that's specific to emerging markets, but I don't think people immediately make the connection. I have the same demands to understand what's happening from a convergence point of view, and I think because of the nature of the way that the digital environment's evolved, it becomes ever more paramount in emerging markets. So that's certainly a focus for us.
Okay, well, thank you very much for your time.